Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where we talk about some of the hottest topics on a daily basis in music, entertainment, reality TV, and more. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we have breaking news or when we upload. In today's video, I have to talk about the James Charles story. You know, we talk about a variety of hot topics here on the channel, and I've been seeing this James Charles story for quite some time. Look, I'm sure you're probably saying, Kempire, which story? There are so many stories that come out about James Charles. He went from being a small town kid interested in makeup into a huge YouTuber. And because of that success, he's had, what like Biggie Small says, more money, more problems. And look, a lot of it he's done on himself. Well, now this latest scandal is becoming very serious. It is fully affecting James Charles' career. YouTube has now demonetized his YouTube channel. And for those that wonder, what does that mean? Well, I actually recently watched a YouTube creator's video on what does it mean for demonetization on YouTube. Look, no one on YouTube that makes money off of YouTube wants to be demonetized. It means that YouTube will either permanently or temporarily stop paying you, pretty much. But let me give you the official. This is what YouTube said in regards to James Charles being demonetized. So the company said that it had applied our creator responsibility policy and removed James Charles from the YouTube partner program. When creators step outside the bounds of what YouTube considers appropriate behavior, YouTube can turn off the ads that play on their videos or prevent their content from being recommended. So this is, a lot of people are like, oh, demonetization will only happen if you do something in your videos. No, YouTube and Google are saying even what you do off of their platform is a representation of them. So no matter where you work, all of these jobs have this little clause for working for them that depending on what you do outside your life, and if it's a bad reflection on our company, we can let you go. So this is what YouTube is taking a stand in regards to this. But let's backtrack a little bit, because I'm sure you're wondering, Kempa, why are they demonetizing James Charles this time? Because as I said to you before, there have been multiple scandals. The last scandal that I can recall before this one was his whole feud with Jeffree Star and Tati. I remember that, and he lost millions of subscribers, but he bounced back from that. Mind you, James Charles is only 21 years old, and to have all this drama, but he also has over 25 million subscribers. And look, I know the kid is talented, but he's also very young, very problematic in a lot of different ways. But let's just get into why this time YouTube is taking a stand and demonetizing his account temporarily. And I'm going to just emphasize that this is not permanent. So he's not going to suffer maybe for that long. I think they're just giving him some time before they monetize him again. And he makes a lot of money off of just YouTube. He has multiple other deals, but those other deals have been affected as well because of this recent scandal. But let's get into the scandal, because I know that you guys come here and you say, you know what, Kempire, we love your channel because you get straight to the point. So let me get to the point. What's the current scandal with James Charles? The current scandal, it all began in the DMs. This is your direct message. Okay, let me just give you the facts of the situation. So back in February, a 16-year-old TikTok user accused James Charles of sending him nude photographs and pressuring him into inappropriate conversation on Snapchat. James then issued a statement on Twitter denying the allegation. He said this: "The accusation that I have groomed this person is completely false," adding that he was unaware of the person he was messaging was under 18. Soon, other underage TikTok and Snapchat users said that they engaged in similar exchanges with James Charles. Then earlier this month, James Charles released the video, which I watched begrudgingly, honestly. He said this in the Holding Myself Accountable video. In the video, he said that at the time, he believed that the recipients of his messages were 18 or older. But he said these conversations should never happen, point blank, period. There's no excuse for it. But on April 16th, the drama intensified. He had to issue another statement on Twitter. Many other people have come forward with a series of misleading stories and false allegations, which have been reported on by many people, creators, and news outlets. My legal team has begun taking action against those that have spread misinformation and or created completely fake stories, as this has gone too far. Well, it hasn't gotten as far as he thought at that particular time, because as I said to you before, just this week, YouTube demonetized James's 25.5 million subscribers, and he allegedly makes about over $25,000 per video that he posts on his channel. But it didn't end there. Morphe, a makeup company that James Charles has worked with since 2016, said on Twitter last week that its relationship with James Charles was ending. Two other companies that James Charles has worked with, Lily Lashes, Laura's Boutique, did not respond to requests for the New York Times article. But backtracking to March, Variety reported that the Instant Influencer would no longer be hosted by James Charles as well. It was another project that he was involved in. This is crazy at 21, and this is not James Charles's first scandal. As I said to you before, I just mentioned one scandal that happened just a couple of years ago. There was another scandal before that in regards to some derogatory things that he said. 21. I don't know if it's just too much fame or he's just not being guided by the right people. I don't know what it is. Look, I don't know what James Charles is doing. I don't know why he is trying to find a relationship or what he's doing in the DMs. I know that's what people do nowadays. I don't understand. I'm trying to understand what James Charles was doing in DM. And I keep telling y'all about sending nudes and things like that, especially James Charles, of his level of fame at this point. Why would you even want your nudes out there? Never mind sending them to underage people. I'm going to believe him in this regard that he didn't realize that the person was younger. Okay. But just eliminating that part of it. Why would you be sending news at this level of fame? Why would you be sending news? Don't you have fear of those getting out? The other thing is, if you're trying to find a relationship, because I know he mentioned that in his apology video that he's looking for a relationship, whatever it may be. Why are you doing that on Snapchat and TikTok or social media? You could literally hire a professional to do it. Or you could go on a Hinge or a Tinder or something. That also makes me not believe everything that you're saying in this particular apology video or what you've been saying on social media. Not sure, but you do have a responsibility as someone that has so many subscribers, has the power that you do, to do better. And honestly, I don't want to hear another apology. I'm tired of celebrities and influencers apologizing when they receive backlash. Can you learn from your mistakes instantly based off the backlash? Yes. However, I always feel like it's an instant reaction as opposed to really learning from what you're doing and really taking the time to do that. James Charles, here's my advice to you. Take the time to learn from your mistakes. You can always come back from this because there is a talent there. I'm not going to sit here and act like James Charles doesn't have a talent. Take the time to rebuild your career. You're 21 years old. You have the time. You have the talent. I want to hear what everyone else thinks on this particular topic in the comment section. As always, if you don't agree with me, if you agree with me, or if you add more to the story, as always, share it in the comments. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out when we have breaking news or when we upload.